I love sports, basketball, football. I always grew up playing them. It's just kind of who I was.
I'm amazed at how his perseverance, especially after this cardiac arrest. I mean, I watched that kid battle back like I could not believe.
So I was sitting at the kitchen table, eating dinner, and I was next to my brother, and my dad was in the other room. And I don't remember any of it, but I collapsed.
And I look over at Jake, and he's just making this weird, kind of leaned over and making a weird face. His eyes were kind of rolled back. So I just shouted out his name. I said, Jake, and no response.
And my dad started doing CPR, and my mom was the one who dialed 911.
Yeah, he wasn't breathing, and that's when I started CPR. To hear, a first responder, EMT, I remember the words, no pulse.
And then the paramedics came and they shocked me twice.
I got in the ambulance with Jake, and we were headed to the Helen DeVos Children's Hospital downtown Grand Rapids. And I knew that we were going to get the best care there. And when we got there, there were so many of the hospital personnel, ED department waiting for us, and they just went into go mode.
And that's where I was for about 2.5 weeks. I was in a coma for 1 week, medically induced coma.
Jake was unconscious, but I remember asking all the time, what's his brain function? Oh, we don't know, it's too soon to tell. This neurologist came in and he said, I did my exam, and I know that things look scary right now. He said, but I have a feeling that you and I are not gonna have a very long relationship together. And I said, that sounds like really good news. And he said, it is. He said, everything we can tell from a neurological standpoint is a miracle.
I spent the rest of the time just kind of recovering a little bit. I had surgery, had the ICD implanted in my left side, and it's just always gonna be there. The battery lasts 10 years, so I'll have to get that changed out, but just living with it, and I just have to be cautious about people bumping into it, or you'll sometimes get hit in basketball and football, and it's been fine, but just living with that and knowing that is also kind of reassuring, just because I know if something were to happen to me, it's there, and it's there to do its job.
So Nurse Alyssa and Dr. Carberry reached out and said, hey, we feel like because everything that Jake has been through, he would be a really good candidate for Make-A-Wish. And he kind of had the same reaction, wow, I don't know if I deserve this, but let's hear more about it. And we have always used our journey, Jake's journey, and with his permission, to bring awareness to lots of different things. And I thought, okay, Jake, if we do this, let's talk about what that would look like for our family. And the first thing we immediately said is, this needs to be a way to raise awareness and to give back. And then Jake just said, one thing I would really like is a hot tub and to be able to enjoy it with my friends. Jake, talk to Erica at Make-A-Wish and you can ask.
So the wish definitely brought me hope. It gave me hope for the future, that people care about me. I feel like every kid going through a critical illness is going through that for a reason. And to be rewarded like Make-A-Wish, and for kids to be able to receive something that they feel like they don't deserve, can help them with their struggles. And it can really boost their confidence, and it can really help them like it helped me.
At first we felt, or at least I felt, that our wish was already granted. We still have Jake. I think my message is, if you're nominated, somebody nominated you for a reason. It's more than a hot tub. It's the relationships, it's the care, it's the recognition, it's just a foundation who makes people feel important.
Being a part of Make-A-Wish has been incredible for our family. If you are a parent who is just starting this process and your child has been nominated for Make-A-Wish, I want you to know that amazing things are in store for you. And Make-A-Wish takes every single worry and thing off of your plate. So just take care of your kid and know that your kid is going to be surrounded by an incredible community, but also that they're going to have this amazing wish. God gave us this journey, and we were going to share it with as many people as we could to know that, like, there's no other way to explain all of the things that happened with Jake other than a miracle. I mean, he's our miracle kid.
I just want to say, obviously, thank you to God. You know, without him, who knows where I'd be today, and my dad for saving my life and jumping into action, and my mom for, you know, they didn't hesitate. You know, they knew exactly what to do, and just everyone else who made my wish possible.